Okay, we are live. Officially, it is up and running. So let's turn this. There we go. All right, guys, come on in. All right, sorry for the late start. I messed something up, but I fixed it now. Hopefully. So if you're running late, that's okay. So are we. No, come on here. Okay, so hopefully you guys, the sound will be a little bit better this time. I would love your feedback. I don't have my phone right here, but it'd be really helpful for me if you guys give me feedback on how the sound is. I've moved the webcam a little closer, and that's the one that has the speakers on it. So as we get more people in here and you hear the different noise going on, if you could let me know how it sounds to you, that would be fantastic. So a couple of things. Now, were you here on Monday night? You weren't. Okay. So, now did you did weekly accomplishment sheets last Monday or no?
No.
Okay. Good. So a couple things that we're going to do. We are going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to do weekly accomplishment sheets. We're going to do director check calculator so you can see what a director makes and how we make our money. We're going to talk about how you earn a car in Mary Kay, what that looks like, exactly the breakdown of the details. So do you have a pen and paper and stuff with you? Go. Okay. Go steal some from her office.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Marissa, if you want to put your name on Pink Boot Camp form here, we're going to get everybody on there. Bria's out getting us some stars right now. Yeah. And if you want to just put like a little star for attendance of which weeks you've come to so far, since we are just catching up on this guy. That'd be awesome. Let me go grab one form. Okay. So we always like to start out our Pink Boot Camp with Crow Time. So what did you do last week in your business that you were excited about or happy about? So you get to brag on yourself for a minute.
I did a facial by myself that I made this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. How do you feel like it went?
I went pretty good. I didn't do the one-on-one thing, but they wanted stuff anyway, so I felt really bad. I should have done it. And then
Tell her the story. Tell her the story.
The story?
Yeah, how you're like, okay, just getting your stuff to leave, and they're like, wait, we want to buy stuff.
Well,
Didn't I tell you this story last time about my senior director that happened to her too?
I think so.
Okay, tell me.
I was like, oh, this next part's the one-on-one thing where you guys get to buy things that you want, and I talked about it with you, and now you don't really have to do that. It's fine. Like, you guys don't get anything. And they were like, no, but we really want your foundation. And I was like, oh, if you get the foundation, like, you need the moisturizer and facial stuff too. Otherwise, it won't work as well, like you told me.
And so that's what they
were
bought.
like, yeah, let's do that. I was like, okay. I didn't even like have to really.
Right. Okay. But you knew these people. All right. So people that you don't know will feed forward with you.
Yeah.
Right? But like, oh, okay. Well, I guess she doesn't want to go through the hassle of talking to us individually, right?
Yeah. It just wasn't that. I just didn't want to make them feel like I was trying to make them buy anything. You know what I mean?
I do. I totally know what you mean. But at the same time, like you practicing, that's the hardest part. Anybody can get up here and like you can have a starter kit in the middle of the table and be like, okay guys, go in there, figure out what to do, put it on your face. And they can do all that on their own. What they can't do is figure out how it works together, what they want to go home with. And that is your job at the very end, is to make sure that you meet with them one-on-one to practice that, especially with people you know, because that's harder.
Yeah.
Right? And if you can get it down with people that you know, then when you're doing it with people that you don't know, you've had a little bit of experience under your belt, and you're like, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Crow time.
I booked sharing appointments and parties coming up. So
Woohoo! Fantastic. And you made a goal poster, and I saw it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I made a goal poster.
So why did you make a goal poster?
So I could keep better track of my life and be more organized. And it was more than just like how many faces I'm going to do and all that. It's like different things I need to accomplish in my life as well as my Mary Kay business.
Yeah.
Like my debt and things like that. So.
Yeah. It's helpful to have it right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Where you can see it every day, and then I like
And then I
those-
can't ignore it.
right.
It is like huge. And it's on my wall.
But it's pretty.
It
So-
is cute.
But you know, you can like watch as things change. You can actually have somewhere to go and write it down as you make accomplishments, and you can see those. So when you're having a crappy day and you're like, oh my gosh, nothing is working, blah, 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 you can look at that and you can say, oh, but I've done that and I've done that, and I need to do more of that, and it kind of pushes you
Yeah.
back into doing it again. Awesome. Crow time. Anything?
These beautiful girls.
These beautiful girls are here. Thank you guys for coming and being time. I appreciate that. And for the rest of you that are not here, we miss you. And I know one of you is on your way, but everybody else that's watching live streaming or after the fact, hopefully you guys will get the training that you need this way. So to be able to keep up with us with Pink Boot Camp, you do need to do all the assignments, go on to the places that we tell you to get the different documents and print them out. Really be involved with us, and then make sure that you are, if you're not local, you're letting us know what you're doing so that we can put stars on your little star chart. Here, give me this. Hey, Bree, can we grab those stars?
Yeah.
So,
They didn't have any there.
oh no. Okay, so we'll do Sharpie stars for the moment. But this is for attendance, and then we have weekly accomplishment sheets when you submit them. And then these are, and I know you guys probably can't see it very well, but these are all the different things that we track throughout Pink Boot Camp that are requirements for you to pass the course. Some are requirements and some are just prizes. But I'll read what it says. Pearls of sharing, earrings, bracelet, and necklace. Now, even if you've earned those already, you're still doing the requirements for them, so you're getting stars. You're not going to get the pearls again, but you'll get the stars for hitting those during this time period. Your perfect start, which is just 15 faces in 2 weeks. Power Start, 30 faces in 1 month. Power Start Plus, 30 faces plus 6 cheering appointments in 1 month. If you haven't gotten your charms for that, you'll get those when you complete those. Placing your 600 wholesale order in October, in November and December, making sure that you're tracking your star. Even if you're already a star, you want to make sure that you're doing those 600 wholesale so that you are selling and reordering. Selling and reordering. That's the track to run on, is that 600 a month minimum. And this month is double credit month. So do you guys remember? Have you heard that? No?
Yeah, I heard it.
Do you know what it means?
No.
Okay, so double credit month is basically anything that you order from Mary Kay wholesale. Okay, so wholesale is 50% of retail, right? So when we talk about what we're ordering from Mary Kay, we talk in wholesale. When we talk about what we're selling, we talk in retail, okay? So retail is always twice as much as wholesale, right? So everything that you order wholesale, Mary Kay gives us retail credit for that, which is just double that normally, to our Queen's Court of Sales, which is how you earn diamond rings. So this is the one that I earned last year for being in Queen's Court of Sales. So that's 40,000 retail over the course of the whole year, okay? It averages about 1,600, I believe, a month wholesale to get that number. But this month, and this month alone, they are doubling any credit. So up to $2,000 wholesale, you can get 8,000 retail credit points. So it's like you've done twice what you really do this month. So if you're behind, or like you just started what, last month, right? And what was your order? Was it 24?
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives you 4,800 points, okay? And then if you did 2,000 this month, because you're selling and reordering, that would give you 8,000. So 8,000 plus 48. What?
That's retail.
So yeah.
Yeah. But your 4,800, right? The 4,800 you got for your 2,400 order, you actually got a bunch of free stuff in that order as well. And all of the extra free stuff counts, the retail value of it counts towards your retail as well. So it's probably more like 5,500 is what you got, plus another 8,000, that's 13,500. That's a quarter of the way almost to, and you know, any biz builder bucks and things that you get continue to count for that for extra retail. So that's almost 1/4 of the way, which puts you on track for Queen's Court of Sales by the end of June. Okay, so making sure that you're doing that, taking advantage of that. I cannot tell you what an amazing feeling it is at Carol Anton's awards night and on stage at the massive awards night that we have at Seminar in Dallas in July, to be able to go on stage. You walk down, they have usually they used to have like big stairs and now they have a few stairs, but even any stairs that exist, there are men dressed in tuxedos and they carry you almost. They take you hand to elbow and they don't let go of your hand or your elbow until the next guy has got you. So I had a girlfriend that actually slipped on the stairs, and we're in the ball gowns, you know, like in front of thousands of people. The last thing you want to do is fall on your back. Have you seen those videos of people at like Miss America contests, whatever they're called? You know, those end up on YouTube like forever. And so they take you hand to elbow, and you go down this, you just glide. And if you slip at all, they've got you, and it's amazing. So you just wave. They're taking your picture, and then they give you your diamond rings, and it's incredible. So definitely want to be on stage for that. When I started my business, it was 7 years ago, but it was right around this time, it was the very end of September. And in my first 9 months of business, I earned Queen's Square sales, and they didn't have a double credit. So it's very, very possible. You just have to really be consistent in working your business. Okay, so that's what those reorders are, the 600 for October, November, December. Now we have prizes every time that you reorder. If you're in the Pink Boot Camp, you're keeping track with this, then you get a prize from us every time. We have a few that were left over from last time. So we have an Earn Your Stripes money bag that you can choose from, a gold calculator. What was the other one?
Tumblr.
Oh yeah, no, we don't have those anymore. But we have the money bag and the gold calculator that I don't believe anybody here, and some people here, if you've earned it already, you can choose a different one. Etc. So we have lots of prizes to choose from for those. Also making sure that you're doing your color certification course that's online. That pops up and shows us once you've finished it, that you've finished all of the tests, and then it's valid for 3 years, and it goes on your website as well as this really cool icon that says color certified master consultant or something like that. Anytime you go to a conference, you get a bling button for it. Also reading the Mary Kay autobiography. Now, did you finish it last time? No. So finish it this time. Anybody that's finished it last time, you do not have to read it again. You could just put a star on here for that. You've already met that requirement. Being a star consultant, congratulations, already a star this quarter, right? And then getting into your red jacket, which is really the goal of this course, is to be moving people up. Not only giving you all the foundational training that you need, but to move you up levels, which is what the wall over there is. So maybe I will show you guys all the wall for anybody who is not local and has not seen it. I can just move this guy, maybe. Ooh. So this is the wall that we have right behind us, and it's still in process. But we are gonna write moving on up. This is weird, it's all backwards. Moving on up at the top there. And then all of these are black picture frames. And so we are going to be putting your picture, your 5x7 photograph in there. So you need to make sure that we get that from you. So mail us a 5x7 or bring it in if you're local. We'll put your picture in there. And then this is an example that we started here for Becky. We'll have your name on it. And then these are little bling buttons. So we're working on a key so that you get to know all of the bling buttons, what they mean and how you earn them. So you get to like decorate your frame. So down here we have, this is all backwards, and it's probably backwards for you guys seeing it as well, but brand new beauty consultants, first or second month of business, star consultants, are business women with inventory. So if you're not a senior consultant or above, but you're a star, then you'll go in that row. And then we have senior consultants, 1 to 2 active team members, star team builders, 3 to 4, that's that red jacket level. And then team leaders, 5 to 7, and then future directors and DIQs with 8 to 10 or more active team members, which is where you can go into qualification to become a director. So make sure that you're getting on that wall. Hello, welcome. Come on in. So make sure that you're getting yourself on that wall by moving up in your business throughout this course. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about what it looks like to move up, what you get as you move up, and why you would want to move towards something like a free car driver or director, what you're going to get very specifically from that. So Cherie, if you will, write your name on there and put a star for attendance for last week and this week. Also, don't let me forget to go over Pink Saturday.
Yeah.
We need to get, do you want to grab the sign-up sheet that you started for, you just know it in your head. Okay. So, any crows, anything from this last week that you did fantastic for your business?
Yes.
Well, I had my first party.
Woohoo! How'd that go?
It went really well.
Great. How many ladies did you have there?
I had 4 ladies there.
Great. Did you do it yourself or did she do it?
Just me.
Good job.
Yeah.
So did you feel pretty confident? Was it scary?
It was scary, and I did, because they all had mature skin. I did it with the
Hemorrhoid
repair, and so it wasn't completely scripted. And I found that when you're at a party like that at their home, it's easier for everybody to get talking and distracted and harder to go through the script completely. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and they really enjoyed themselves. And I don't know, I love the fact that at the end everybody really looked pretty, and one of the ladies has been having a hard time and hasn't done anything for herself, so she just felt so special. She'll be here a little later tonight.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so, hi, is that Zoe? You're okay, then. Thank you. Okay, so let's start with, I talked about double credit month, right? So that is being able to catch yourself up towards Queen's Court of Sales. Anybody can hit that still. Queen's Court of Sharing, I know that we talked about that a little bit on Monday night, but obviously if you weren't here, we want to talk about that as well. So that is adding at least 24 qualified team members throughout the course of the year. That can be caught up at any point in time. You just started your business. Right? You came in as a qualified team member, so you understand what it looks like to add qualified team members, right? Anybody that starts with that 600 wholesale or more is considered a qualified team member. And so generally, it's just adding 2 a month for the course of the year. Well, you just signed up, so July, and August, and September, you're just going to make up those 6 throughout the course of the year. So if by the end of this month you're in red with 3 qualified team members, you've already made up one of those. So just do 3 a month from here on out, and you're good. And not only that, in a few months you'll be in DIQ and director qualification. Okay? So she's like, yes. Let's talk about first what it takes let's do this first. With the accomplishment sheets. I was gonna do what it takes to earn a car, but I want to do that in just a minute when Zoe is back. So there's that. One for Marissa. Actually, I'll do one too, so maybe you and Zoe can share. I need a pen. Right? You're like, done, got that. So your weekly accomplishment sheets. It goes hand in hand with your party tracking sheet. So I know you guys went over this last week, right? Party tracking sheet, how to fill those out. But it does go hand in hand with your weekly accomplishment sheet. Weekly accomplishment sheet, though, is more for us as directors and for you at the end of the year. Actually, no, that's not true. I'll be using my party tracking sheet at the end of the year. But the weekly accomplishment sheet is fantastic for you for tracking things online and to see the whole picture, okay? Because for my party tracking sheet, I have to go in and I have to add everything up, and I have to put it at the bottom of each month and then go through my months and all of that. But the one that you do online, and this is just a hard copy of it, the one you do online, you can submit that to Emily and myself, and then we will post a scoreboard. Now, those of you that are not in my unit, you just need to give me your consultant number, and I'll add you as an adoptee in our unit, which means I can you can submit your weekly accomplishments to both of us at the same time. And what I'll do is I'll include yours within our unit's scoreboard. So there's like 15 different categories. And so you put in all your numbers from the previous week, and then I'll post scoreboard, and I take a picture of it and I put it on our Facebook page, and you can see where your wins are throughout that week, okay? So the weeks are from Sunday to Saturday. And so when you go into your Mary Kay in Touch, you're gonna go to Business Tools, all the way down at the bottom, it says Weekly Accomplishment Sheets, hover over that, and it'll say Enter Weekly Accomplishments. So you're gonna do all of this online, and you're gonna have the hard copy of the party tracking sheet with you at all times. I keep these in my date book. I fold it up and I put it in the little side pocket of my date book, so I always have them with me, okay? But the weekly accomplishment sheet. So go ahead and write your name at the top. So this is you. You don't really need to write your phone number, but you can write your director's name. Now the date of this is important, so week ending date. So if we are, let's say we're doing our weekly accomplishments for this current week, what would be the start date of this current week? If it goes Sunday to Saturday. Who needs a calendar? Got one?
11th.
11. So October 11th through, what's Saturday?
17th.
17th. Oh, no, for this past week.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
So the 4th to the 10th.
Okay, October 4th through the 10th. Okay, so here's the trick. You're going to enter your weekly accomplishments and submit them every Sunday. You can enter them throughout the week, but you're going to submit them to us every Sunday. So what you're going to have to do every Sunday is there's a drop-down menu of dates when you get in there, and you're going to have to drop it back to the previous week because it will automatically put you in the week that you're in, and Sunday starts a new week. Does that make sense? So if you submit your weekly accomplishments and you don't do that drop-down menu for the week that you're submitting them for, then you'll be in the wrong week and you won't be on the scoreboard. Okay, and you'll have to shift the ball. You'll have to delete them from there and re-enter them on the last one. So make sure that you get in the correct week. Okay, the first thing that it will ask you is it'll give you, and there's like 6 or 7 tabbed pages that you can go through, but the first one talks about your hostesses. All right, so if we're looking at this current week, we could be entering things as we're going along the week. I already entered one. I had a double facial. So the date was, I forgot to put the date on that. Whatever. So let's say it was Monday. So that would have been 10/5. Okay, so I'm gonna write 10/5 on here. My hostess, her name was Erica. Party tracking sheet, you're writing the hostess and the guest names and phone numbers because this is for you to be able to go back and contact them at any point in time. The weekly accomplishment sheet, you only need the hostess's name and how many people were there, okay? So her name was Erica. I'm gonna write her last name. Okay, time invested, it was only about an hour because it was a double facial. Number of guests, 2. Number of orders, 1. Number of bookings, none. Number of skincare sets sold, none. Okay, was that a skincare class or a facial? A facial, because there's only 2 people, right? 1 or 2 people is a facial, and sometimes we call it a double facial, and there's 2. 3 or more is a skincare class, party, show, whatever you want to call it. So if you look across the top here, it gives you options as to where you are going to categorize that sale. Okay, and you'll have a drop-down menu on your online version. So this was a facial, so my total sales before tax was $30 whole. Amazing, okay? My other options on the go, you meet somebody out and about, and they're like, oh my gosh, in fact, this morning, I was at Greer's, and another Mary Kay consultant who is just a personal use consultant, but I know her, I love her, she's like, I need this stuff right now. And I'm like, okay, I'll help you, right? And so I got this order from her just on the go. She knows I'm a consultant. She saw me and she's like, help me. I was like, great, fantastic. And just by showing up this morning in a group of people that know who I am and know what I do, somebody else came up to me and she said, okay, I need help. I need to come in. We need to do a color appointment. I need a makeover. I need new stuff. I feel like it's ridiculous for me to constantly go to Walmart and Target and pick and choose different things out of there and, you know, always have these different things. I need a consistent thing. I want to support small business. I'm like, so we have an appointment Monday at 3.
Awesome.
Okay, that's what happens when you get your name out, that this is what you do. Okay, so that first one would be an on-the-go appointment that she just asked for something. Other ones, online or website orders. So if you have a website and people order from your website, it would go to that drop-down menu. Shows, collection previews, open houses. Okay, so when we do our holiday open houses here, if you have sales from that, that's what that would be under. And then the last one says preferred customer program mailings, reorders, miscellaneous sales. Okay, so I had a facial, double facial, it was only $30. Now she had a $20 gift certificate, but notice I still put $30 as the sales. The full retail value is what you put on there, because anybody that's involved in like accounting would know that there's two sides of the balance sheet. This is what you brought in. This is your other side. What is subtracted from that. So if you already on this side subtract it and then you subtract it again here, it's going to give you negative numbers, and that's not what we want. So sales tax on that was $225. Now I charge for the full sales tax. Okay, even though, come on in. If you want, you can flip this around and you can write your name on it and give yourself a couple stars for attendance October 1st and 2nd. And this is for you. This is the weekly accomplishment sheet that we're chatting about. So even if you give a discount, you still charge full sales tax. You do not have to if you do not want to, but that is our right. That is what we get charged, and so we do that. If you don't recover sales tax, like on a $2.99 roll-up bag, I don't go in and charge sales tax for $3.60. I absolutely could. I just don't bother. Okay, so I lose a couple bucks there. So if you notice on the other side of this, it says non-recovered sales tax. That's where you would put that number if you didn't charge the full sales tax. Okay. The next one, Hostess Gifts, or GWP, which stands for? Good, gift with purchase. Section 2 products. So anything that you've given her that was not a for sale retail product, I have a little prize tin when we do the referral game. Anything out of there, it's come from Section 2 generally. And so like the $2 minis of the mini eye makeup remover, the mini mascara, if you give one of those as a gift, that's what you would put there. Okay, so I'm going to put $2 as a little gift that I gave. Now here's the other one, product given away at suggested retail, Section 1. That's where that $20 discount comes into play. Okay, so I'm going to write the $20 on there. Does that make sense? Okay, as for money that I gave away. Okay, now what I like about the online version of this is that it adds everything up for you for the week and for the year. So I can go back previously and I can look, ooh, how did I do this week last year? And go check it out. And all my data is in there. Now it does delete, I believe every year and a half. So it'll give you the full seminar year and prior up to maybe January or something before that. So at the end of each year, print everything out that you want or it's going to go away. Okay. So that's the first one. I'm going to do one more. I did this one yesterday. And so I had, again, it was a double facial. It went from, both of these went from, no, one of them went from a party to a double facial. The other one, she was only bringing one friend. And hey, you know, I'll take 2 people over nobody any day. So this girl was yesterday, 10/7. Her name was Autumn. I can spell. Wow. There we go. Anyways. Okay, it was again about an hour because it was just 2 people. There were 2 people there. Number of orders, just 1. Number of bookings, 1. Number of skincare sets sold, 1. Okay, now what did I sell at this one? I sold a $2.99 roll-up bag. Okay, so the retail value of that, I changed a few things around in that bag. In fact, just a little bit of help when you're selling at a party. This is so important to learn with your individual closes. If you guys haven't watched the video that we made about individual closes, definitely go watch that. Anytime that you can watch somebody close a sale, do it. Whenever we're here at a Monday night meeting or on Saturdays, like don't pop up in there and be like, hey, I want to watch, because that disrupts the whole, ecosystem there. But lend your ears, like pay attention. They're usually facing me. Watch and listen to everything that we say, both Emily and myself, as we're doing our closes, because there's a lot of finesse that can go into it to really improve your sales. Okay,
I noticed that like after the fact, because like ladies all needed to scatter and go quickly and all of that, and so afterwards I was thinking about the things that you guys do during close, and I was like, yep, I get why they do that. I understand why they do that. Yep, there's a rhyme or reason for every little.
Absolutely. And that comes with practice, but it's good that you're catching that already. And with your first one, that's why we debrief and say, okay, what could we have done better? And you look at that, and then next time you're going to be like, okay, I got this one. And you add a little bit more in, and you get better and better every time until you know, you're at the point like we could sell ice and Eskimo,
Right.
you know. But at the same time, we're not selling anything.
Right.
Like these women want it. We're just helping them get what they want to take
Yeah.
home with that they can afford at that point in time.
The April close was really hard for me for some reason, and Amber finally printed it out, and she's like, just have this paper right there when you close and go through it, because that's all it is. It's just a matter of doing each step. You know, you're not doing anything special, you know, it's just a matter of doing those steps. And so if you don't have it printed out yet, just print out the April close and just have it right there with you when you close.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's
that's
a good
what
idea.
finally got me being like, oh, okay, I'm just like literally following the paper. And I
Yeah.
tell them too, okay, I'm not good at this part.
Yeah,
You know,
and
okay, I'm gonna read it. Okay, you know.
Right. One thing I learned for you gals too that I recognize as a mistake, but I didn't know how things happened. But make sure you get the money at the same time that you get the order, because then just like everything else is impulse buy and what have you, the next day they're like, you know, I was thinking I really probably should only get this.
Oh yeah.
And so, I mean, one of the ladies has a Canadian credit card, so it was at her house and she needed to get it and what have you. And the other lady was like, well, I'll just bring you cash up to Reading. And so, yeah. So,
Okay,
Let's
so
learn.
I'm gonna touch on that because that I cannot tell you how much that happens. In the same way that if you don't book a party when you're on the phone with them, the chances that you're gonna book that later go down to like 5%. The same situation, if you do not get the sale, collect the money, and give them their product, all at that same time, the chances that you're gonna make that sale later, or that sale is gonna hold all of what you just sold, go down significantly. So inventory, we all know that inventory is hugely important, right? But getting that sale, making sure that at the end of it, in fact, I'll do a quick little rundown of the 8-point close since we're talking about it. As they're coming over, okay? Well, when you're leaving your seat, okay, I'm done with my part. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna meet with you guys really quick, one-on-one. Does anybody need to get going first? Okay, and so you bring somebody with you, because if you go sit in another, especially if it's somebody's house, you go sit in another room, okay, I'll be over here, somebody come on over. They're gonna sit there and talk, and you're gonna be there by yourself and be like, hey guys, right? So, okay, where to go? You have to like kind of be in control and leading without being overbearing. So come on over, you guys, who needs to go first? Or, does anybody need to go first? And if they always sit there, why don't you come on over? So she's got to pick her prize or something. So you lead them, they bring your roll bag and your profile card. All right, come on over, grab a seat. Did you have fun? Like as they're sitting down, did you have fun? Yeah, how's your skin feel? Great, oh, fantastic. Any questions that I answer for you? And your posture changes, okay? You want your eyes below their eyes because now you want them to be in control. They're at the PowerPoint. You want to be the friend that's helping them get what they want, okay? Any questions that I didn't answer for you yet? No? Okay, go ahead and open up that roll bag, and while they're doing that, I'm grabbing their profile card. Open up that roll bag. Okay, so if money were no object, what did you love? Oh, well, I loved it all. Okay, so I'm gonna replay what happened yesterday with Autumn. Well, I loved it all. Okay, great. Well, that would be that $299. Now you have a $20 gift certificate, so it'd just be $279. Would you like to go ahead and start with that today? And I mean, right off the bat, because she said she loved it all. So I'm just throwing out, well, that would be the $299, or that's the $299. You've got a $20 gift certificate, so it'd be $279. Would you like to, that's the keywords you have to say it. Would you like to go ahead and start with that today? Smile and nod. Yeah? Okay? Then you have to be confident and positive that they're going to say yes. And she goes, oh, no. I was like, and because it was such a quick, oh, no, I almost didn't say split payment. But I've trained myself that you say it no matter what. I said, split payment, half now, half in 2 weeks. And she was like, ooh, that's an in. Right. Is it is, right? And so I went ahead and I did the math really quick, right? I was like, that's 140, 139 now and plus tax and 139 in 2 weeks. I don't say the plus tax on the first one. 139 now, 139 in 2 weeks, plus a little bit of tax. Okay? And she was like, oh, and she goes, well, what if I took some things out? Okay? Great, fantastic. What do you not want? What can you live without? People do not like to take things out of roll bags, let me tell you. What can you live without? What do you not care about? So I'm not touching it. right? This is her hands-on. If I start getting in there and I take it and I go, well, what do you not want? You take it out of your own bag, right? You know you want this back. And so she pulled out the satin hand scrub, and then she looked at the first step of it. Now we know they go together, right? And she looked at the first step. Oh, and I like that one. She put that one back in. And she had gotten as her gift, she'd gotten a little peach satin hand cream just for giving me her guest list. And then the second step of Microderm, the little replenishing serum, for winning the referral game. And so she had the second step of Microderm and one of the steps of peach satin hand. So those were things that she pulled out. Well, I have the little ones of these, so I can live without those for right now. I'm like, great, she's gonna run out of those in 5 seconds flat. She's gonna come back and grab them, right? So, okay, great, take that out. And I'm not saying anything of like that these go together, whatever. And then she's looking at the satin lips, and she's like, now this is the scrub, this is the balm. Yeah, she's like, well, not the scrub, I don't need the balm. Sure, whatever, okay? So she takes out a few things. No problem. And I go, okay, so here's the only problem with this. With this roll-up bag, you get like $60 worth of free stuff, and that's like $60 worth of stuff. So the price is gonna be the same, you're just gonna get less stuff. So now I know she doesn't care that much about these things. So automatically I'm going to what I have that other people like. And I grab right off my shelf my Skin Figure 8 brush. That is my go-to product for a roll bag. Somebody doesn't want Microderm, somebody doesn't want the satin stuff. Here, this trades out fine. Okay, you gotta know your numbers and what can trade out real easily. And so that was 60 or 67 or whatever it was. And I was like, here, look, have you seen these? You know, like you can take those out and you can get this instead. You've seen those toothbrushes that like spin and they clean your teeth way better? Same thing for your face. It cleans your face way 85% better. It's gonna clean your face. Use it morning and night, use it in the shower. And she's like, oh, so that's the same price as that? And I'm like, yeah, actually, you probably even could get an eyeshadow in there too. Okay, so I threw in an extra eyeshadow for her. Now, the one thing that wasn't resolved was the step of the satin hands. That is a very important step. If it was other steps, I might figure something out for her, but that's the one I run out of the most, right? And so I was like, okay, well, let me just tell you this. We got it all set out what she wanted. Got her the Skin Figure 8 brush and the eyeshadow, let her pick out one. And so then she was hooked by this point, right? She's like, okay. And so I was like, now this one step, and I pulled it out, that second step of the satin hands, or the first step. I said, this actually doesn't come by itself, but I have another version of it. Same stuff, just different smell. Okay, it's called Night Emollient Cream, and I let her smell it, made sure she liked it, and traded it for her. So she got the same stuff, it's just a different smell of it. It's a more archaic formula or smell. And so, but same thing, she was totally fine with it. So she got that, we got her bag set up, and then I went ahead and I was like, okay, good, she's like, yeah. And so after just trading out for her something, made her more excited about getting that whole bag. So we're writing it up, and I'm finding out for her, you know, what she wants as far as the split payment. Now, here's the thing with the split payment. I always ask, I say, now you can do that second half anytime between now and whatever the 2 weeks is. They may get paid tomorrow. Okay? And so she was getting paid on the 10th. And so I said, you can do this anytime between now and the 21st. And she goes, you know what? Ooh, and I braced myself when she goes, you know what? And I'm like thinking, because that's the time where sometimes they go, maybe I should just wait, right? And she goes, you know what? Let's just do it all at once. I get paid on the 10th anyways. Okay, all right, yeah, no, that's perfect. So I went from, right, and you know that happened. And so I went from her hemming and hawing about doing it all at once to getting enrolled in possibly the split payment, to catering her bag, customizing it, that's a great word, to exactly what she wanted, okay, to getting the payment all at once. And it was done. Exciting? Yeah. Okay, I didn't stop there. Well, actually with her I did, because on the back of the profile card we do those questions 1, 2, 3. She didn't want to do a party and she didn't want to be a consultant, no interest in it right now. Totally fine. Her friend that was here is getting married on Saturday. She wants everything. She wants to be a consultant. So we're talking to her, and so we'll get back to her later. Okay? But I love my great customers, okay? So she's fantastic. So, but normally then after the sale, so you say make sure you collect the money. After we figured out what she says, the transition thing is, great, did you want to do cash, check, or charge? That is a phrase to memorize, because once you figured out what they want, it's kind of like, okay, great. And then there's this awkward pause. So you have to remember, did you want to do cash, check, or charge? And that gets them like, oh, charge. Great. Do you have that card right here? Go get it. Okay. And then they go get it and they bring it. Can you turn the air on for us? I'm like sweaty. So wrote it all out, got her information, totally wrote down her credit card number, one number wrong. Had to text her later and be like, hey, fix it, no problem. And then from there, you're booking her follow-up appointment, right? If she says yes, she wants to be a hostess. Great, so when would be a good time to get together? Do you prefer mornings, afternoons, or evenings? That's another thing. If you just say, like they can say yes if they want to be a hostess, and you go, great, when do you want to do your party? And they'll go, well, you know, why don't I just call you? So again, you're shifting into that right away and saying, great, let's do your party. What's better for you, morning, afternoon, or evening? Okay, just jump right into that so they have questions to answer, and then you get that booked. And then you look at whether they did A, B, C, or D, set up a time for coffee, or get them to a career event. Even if they do C, try to set up a time for a sharing appointment, okay? Just you have to wait. Are you cold? I'm sorry. You have to wait.
You're talking up there, it gets hotter.
Right? I'm higher up in the sky. You have to wait a whole week sometimes to get in front of them for like a career event, and then they may or may not show up. So I want to meet with them for the next 24 hours, 48 hours max. And so, you know, what's good for you for coffee? Are you free tomorrow? What's your schedule like tomorrow? Figuring that out. And again, even if they're doing career event, try to get that time closer to do coffee. So that's the 8-point close bonus. Back to this guy right here. So what am I going to put for my sales?
The whole retail value of that little one.
Okay, full retail value. I would typically go in and add it up exactly. Okay, it was probably about $360, which is what a normal bag is. I'm just going to write $360. But for money's sake, I would add up exactly what she got and customize that price there. My sales tax here was $22.43. Okay. Will somebody do the math on 360? Now she got 2 little gifts of purchase. One of them was a $2 value. One was only a 50-cent value. So $250 is my hostess gifts given away. So 360 times 0.075.
27.79.
22.43.
So 457 is your unseen check.
Okay, so non-recovered sales tax $457. That's the difference of not charging that on the roll-up bag. And then the product that I gave away at suggested retail was $20.
You see where we tend to not charge tax on that roll-up bag though, because when you're making that much, $4 to bump their price up even higher is not worth it.
Yeah, and you know, once you get to that point, they probably wouldn't know or wouldn't say anything because they're not having a calculator in front of them, you know, but at the same time, like, I just don't care. You know, I like to give that if I can. So that is really the main things to keep track of on this paper. But when you go and you do it online, there's going to be other things. It's going to ask you who you've interviewed, who you've recruited. You're going to write their names and their phone numbers. It'll probably ask for their email or something as well. Don't worry about that. But it'll also ask you things that you have. What are you doing next week? And what did you do this week? What did you do wholesale orders? What did you do Section 2 orders? It's a great place to keep track of that because then it's all in there for you. He's waving. Oh, who are you? We'll say hi. Who?
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Yes.
And hi, Jenny. Hi, Becky. Hi, Jessica. Don't get in a crash while you're driving here watching this. Who else? Kimberly couldn't be here today. Unfortunately, she's at a funeral today, so we send you our love. And anybody else who's watching? Gina. Okay, so the one spot when you go on the computer and you do your weekly accomplishment sheet, there's one thing that asks you what you want help with. And it's about a half page and it says booking, coaching, selling, holding appointments. There's like a bunch of different options that you can just check as to things that you want help with. That's the only spot on the weekly accomplishment sheet that I forbid you to do anything with. Because all it does is it sends Emily and I emails for each one that you check that says, she wants help with this, she wants help with this. And I'm like, we're right here, people ask us for help. So if you want help with those things, come talk to us. We are more than happy.
The first time
Don't need like 10 emails.
We checked everything.
Yes. I'm like, no, come here, I'm right here. You don't need emails telling you to talk to me. Okay. So questions about the weekly accomplishment sheet.
I do have one question.
Yes.
I must have missed. Okay, where it says hostess gifts / GWP or gifts with purchase, and then next to it, the product given away at suggested retail. So is that
That's the $20 gift certificate that we give sometimes.
okay?
Or any hostess credit. So any,
okay.
the value of any product. Oh, I lied. Sorry, that should have been 80 on mine. So because I gave away $60 from that roll-up bag.
Right.
And I gave a $20 discount. So I apologize. Thank you for catching that.
Yeah.
So my product given away at suggested retail should have been 80.
Okay.
Okay, because the roll-up bag is $360. I gave it for $299, and that $20 gift certificate on top of that.
Okay.
Okay, so that cuts into my sales. But get she bought a $300 bag. That's a fantastic reorder customer.
Right.
Girl's like 19 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Works 2 jobs. I mean, she works hard and she loved it and knew she deserved it. Okay. I love that about people that work hard.
Yes.
Okay. So, the other thing is there's a spot down here that has you say your weekly sales times 40%. Okay. So we have done money management before. Have I done money management with you specifically? Maybe not. Maybe I'll go into that really quickly as well, money management. But keeping track of your sales and reorders, and making sure that you are repurchasing the product that you've sold. Okay, we actually just write that down. Let's go into that more another time. But when you're selling product, you want to account for 40% being your profit. And the 60% is going to go back into reorder what you sold. Now we make 50-50, right? But you just gave away stuff for free. And so that plus business aids, plus shipping and other things, you know, if you don't reorder at that 60% plus any tax that you recouped, if you don't put that all into an order, then you're going to start to dwindle your store and your investment's going to be lower. Okay. So, there will be a spot on there too that will tell you how many hours you worked, and then what your 40% profit was based on your sales, and then how much you made per hour. Okay, so let's do that math really quick, just for this right here. All right, I invested 2 hours. I sold $390 worth of product. Is that what I collected? Not exactly, okay, but we're doing that 60-40 split, so it should still hold pretty true. So 390 times 0.4. $156, okay, in profit for 2 hours. Anybody else you know makes $75 an hour keeping their clothes on? Yay! Awesome. It was funny. I was at Graders this morning, and there was a girl that was works for the EDD, and she was talking about how she used to make $45 an hour for this certain job, you know, and then when that job ended, she had to go somewhere else, and she was making $12.94, and she was like, I knew I didn't deserve that $45 an hour. No one makes $45 an hour, and I was just over there like, la, 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 la. I don't work as many hours as you do,
Right.
but I definitely make $45 an hour or more, you know, and when you throw in the fact that that's just my sales, if you look at the hours that I work, and you guys, I'm not saying this to brag, but holy crap, I got a $7,200 paycheck for last month. $7,200, $1,000 more than I expected. Okay, like I did calculations wrong or something, but ridiculous, not counting my sales. So you add that into the hours that I work, yeah, $45, I got that. Okay, so weekly accomplishment sheets, it is a requirement to pass this class to submit them every single week. Okay, you can go back and submit the one for last week. Remember, they go from Sunday to Saturday. I have this time, if you pull that forward a little bit, Zoe, I actually have the dates on there for the weekly accomplishment sheets. So the first one is 9/27 to 10/3, right? So that was the previous week. And then this next one is this week right now. So go back. I don't care if there's nothing on it. If you didn't do anything, put a bunch of zeros in it and submit it, okay? Because then you can give yourself a star for that one. And you can consistently do that. I can't tell you how much a track number grows. You're going to be able to see it for yourself if you continually, each week, on time though, you guys. I want them submitted on Sunday so that I can put them Monday morning into the scoreboard and you can see where you are compared to everybody else. Okay, so set yourself an alarm every Sunday morning or afternoon or evening, whatever's going to work best for your time schedule, that says weekly accomplishment sheet, or we just call it was. This is how I was last week. Okay. Questions, comments?
Okay, yeah, so I know that this form is on the InTouch site, but you said that we need to submit it. We need to be like, I would need to be an adoptee or something like that.
Yes.
How do I do that again?
You know what? If you guys will write, I have Marissa on there already. You two write your, or maybe on this one, write your name and your consultant number on there for me. I can add you, and then once you go to do your weekly accomplishment sheet, there's a bunch of different pages kind of tab through. The very last one says submit my weekly accomplishment sheet to my director, and as soon as I add you in, both of our names will show up.
Have you been doing Gina's?
Yes, I got Gina's last week. So make sure that you submit it to both of us because she wants to see them and I want to be able to put them in the name of it. Okay, let's talk about fun stuff. Let's talk about how to earn a card, exactly, and then how we get paid as directors. Okay? You good? Yes. Okay. Who would like a free car? Who already has a free car? Woo! Okay. So we want to talk about exactly what it takes to earn a free card, because if you don't know how to get there, you're never going to get there, right? So make sure that you have your paper out and you're going to write these numbers. I'm going to have to write things when I talk about them. Okay, so the first number you're going to write is 5 to 14. 5 to 14. Okay, and then leave some space. And the next one you're going to write is 5,000 to 20,000. Okay, and the last one is going to be 1 to 4. Well, I did those out of order, but whatever. Okay, got it? 5 to 14, 5,000 to 20,000, and then 1 to 4. So the first thing that you need to do to get on target for your car, and on target just means you have begun the qualifications, is you must have 5 active team members. Okay, so right under that 5, active team members. 5 active team members. So I believe, I know that Marissa has one. Nobody else has them yet, right? Okay, we're working on yours. So we have a few in the works, fantastic. But an active team member is just a team member who has signed up directly under you that has placed an order, okay, of at least that 225 or more. Now, anybody who's really trying to work 225 is nothing. That is not an order I tell anybody about, because I'm not in the business of signing up personal use consultants, which 225 is a personal use order at the minimum, okay? However, even people that I know that are starting for business, sometimes it goes a month or two down the road and that's what they can scrape up, whatever, okay? Anybody who's working or even personal use is gonna sell to a few friends and family. 600 wholesale is like that, they get $250 worth of free stuff for that. So, and then it goes up from there. But as long as they have placed an active order within the last 2+ months. So whenever you place an order of that caliber or more, you're considered active for that month and the next 2 months. Okay, so you ordered last month, right? So you're active for September, October, November. If you don't place 225 wholesale by the end of November, cumulatively, you can build that up within a month if you needed to. Then start December 1st, you are now inactive. Okay, so your recruiter, which is Daylin, right? No?
No, Marissa.
Oh. Wow.
It's okay. It's needed for her and Heather. You guys remind me of each other.
Yes. Okay.
I
Sorry.
like, get it mixed up too.
I know. My bad. Okay. So where was I going with that? So for your recruiter, Marissa, you would then be not active anymore. And when you placed an order, you would be considered active again. Okay. So you have to have 5 active team members currently active. And if you look at them on your screen, they'll be A1 if they placed that $225 that month, A2 if it has been a month since, or A3 if it has been 2 months since. If they're an A3 month, you know the next month if they don't place an order in that A3 month, they're going to be I1, which is inactive 1, I2, inactive 2nd month, I3, inactive 3rd month. The next level is T1. So it means it's been 6-7 months since they placed an order or signed up. T1 it stands for terminated, and 1 means it's their grace period month. If you go into T status, you lose your team members. Okay, so T1 is that 1 month of grace where you better place an order that month or you lose your team members. Okay, after that point, you will not actually see much of their information. Hi there. You won't, that seat's taken, so any of the other ones. You won't see much information team members when they're T status, okay? And they will stop getting the Applause magazine in the mail. Basically, according to Mary Kay, they are almost terminated if they don't place an order in another 5 months, then they fall off and they're no longer a consultant. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's T status, all of that fun stuff. So never go into T status because you lose your team members. Just stay active, seriously. $225 every 3 months, you're kidding me. So 5 active team members. You are officially able to go on target for your car. But at the same time, as in the same calendar month as having those 5 team members, go to the next number down at the bottom, 5,000, and put a dollar sign in for that. You need to have $5,000 production, okay? What is production? Your whole team, and I'm going to say your personal team, because for the consultant car, if you have team members that have team members, they don't count for you, okay? It's your personal team members because you are a consultant, all right? So it's you plus those 5 team members, whatever you order, wholesale orders, to Mary Kay within a calendar month. We call that your production, okay? So you need to have $5,000 production and 5 active team members in, go to the next number down at the bottom, 1 calendar month. That's production, 1 calendar month. Once you have achieved that or more, you're officially on target for your car. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to the computer and say, yes, I'd like to earn a car. You're just officially on target for your car, and around the 6th, 7th, 8th of the month, you'll get a flash up. It's called a flash page on your computer when you sign into InTouch, and it'll say, congratulations, you're on target for your car. And you go, oh, it's very exciting, okay? So to finish your car, go to this next numbers over here. You have to have 14 active team members to finish your car. You have to have 20,000 cumulative production, okay? So between you and those 14 people, total, over the course of 1 to 4 months, this 4 down here is 4 months as well, 1 to 4 months, you must have 20,000 production. So both Emily and myself took 4 months for the car, and we just did an average of 5,000 a month for the car, okay? Now, as much as people will tell you to do it and do it fast, and I totally agree with that, there is something to be said about consistency. So I have, a couple of years ago, little stories here, I saw on Carol Anton, who's our national sales director, on her newsletter, there was this person that had come into Mary Kay, become a director, earned a car, broken all of these records, like 20,000 production in 1 month. They'd earned their car in 1 month. And I don't know how long, if they've been a director before in Mary Kay before, I don't know any of that. All I just know is that they popped on the scene, and I was fairly new, and they just blasted all the records for this 1 month, you know, $20,000 worth of production, and earning their car, becoming a director, and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so inadequate. Guess what? Like 2 months later, everything is gone. Okay? Because if you do 20,000, if you go from 0 to 20,000 in 1 month, you have tapped most of your resources and they are gone. And unless you continue to work at that level, then you're going to struggle. Okay? So do it and do it fast, and then stay at that momentum, or most of that momentum, or be really consistent. And just know then that once you know, if you can do 5,000 a month consistently for 4 months, guess what that 5th month is going to look like? 5,000. You're going to keep going, and you're going to be able to build from there. Or 5,000, 10,000, 10,000, whatever, you know, but really work hard, get as much as you can do, but then don't take a dive right after that, because that's hard.
What happens if you've earned your car and then you fall off, you know, like she did? I mean, how long what do you have to do to maintain the car?
Great, I will tell you that in just one second. That's a
I
great
jumped.
question. No, you're totally fine. So 5 to 14 team members, you can do that all in one calendar month, which is why this says 1 to 4 months. Okay, you can earn your car in a month, absolutely. 5,000 to 20,000 production, your personal team members. So if you do 5,000 a month, that's 20,000. All right, 1 to 4 calendar months. Now, people stay active for 3 months. So if you sign somebody up and they place an order, going into your 4th month, you might have to replace some of those people if they haven't reordered. So just know that. What I would do if I was doing car, again, I would break this into 3 months. Okay, I would give myself 3 months to do car, and I would do 67 or whatever it is, 7,000, you know, about 7,000, it would put you at 21, right? So I would have the goal of doing 7,000 a month between me and my team members for 3 months, so that I don't have to worry about making sure I hit that 14. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, any questions about how to earn a car?
Clarify that they have to do a minimum of 5,000 a month.
Yes, sorry, thank you. So during the qualification, you cannot drop below. So during this 1 to 4 months, if you go on target for your car, you are not allowed to drop below 5 active team members and 5,000 in a month production, or you are now no longer on target for your car. Okay, so do you want to tell your story really quick about that?
So in January, I went on target for my car, and then in February, I was sick, and I didn't work most of the month, and so I missed my production by, gosh, like $800.
Yeah.
Something simple, but I went off target. So in March, I had to go back on target again and start over.
And that happens. I'm sure that I went on and off target for my car a couple of times before I really went in and I earned it. You know, sometimes you'll have especially if you have 5 to 7 to 8, 10, whatever team members, you know, you bring in somebody new, they start with a full store, there's 3,600 right there. You're placing your own $1,000 order, there's 4,600, and 1 or 2 other people order, you have 5 active team members and 5,000. Boom, just like that. I mean, that's how quick it can happen, you know. But if you then the next month aren't working or building somebody else new who's going to come in with that type of an order, then you're going to, you know, struggle a little and go off target for it. So that's okay, that happens. But what you want to do is take advantage of those moments. If you have 5 team members, like, really be working hard to make sure that you and those 5 or more are working, constantly keep building your team, because the more numbers you add to your team, the more likely you're going to find those amazing consultants in there that are ready and committed and start their business ready to go. Does that make sense? Okay. So maintaining your car is exactly the same thing as earning it. It's 5,000 a month between you and your personal line team members, not anybody that they have. Okay. Even as a director. Okay. So when you're, because it's a consultant car. So Emily earned that car and became a director in the same month, but she gets to maintain it as a consultant because she earned it, you know, on the 30th, and she debuts as a director on the 1st. So she gets to maintain it as a consultant, which I actually like that way better.
Because if you're maintaining it as a director,
it's a higher number.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Because it counts you and your personal recruits and their recruits as well. But the maintenance for that is 42,000, I believe, where the maintenance for is just 20,000 every. It's 5,000 a month.
Gotcha.
But the other one I think is 42,000 in 3 years. I don't even know because I just know how to do it. So don't do it that way. Earn your car at the same time or before. Right. Listen, we do not earn cars after we're directors unless it's a level up. Okay, that's not true. We definitely earn a car at the same time or before we become a director. Okay, you will find a lot of people. In fact, in even our national area, there's a lot of women that became directors over this last year that are just now earning their cars. Okay, that is not the legacy that we have. If you can't earn a car, don't be a director. Right. That sounds really mean.
No, but that makes sense.
But holy heck, the credibility that you get when you have a car. Right. If you're a director without a car, you lose that. And so I want to make sure that our areas just understand you earn a car either before or at the same time as you finish directorship. Now, stuff happens, and if it happens, whatever. But just have that be your mindset that this is how it goes.
Right.
Okay? Because we want to raise strong leaders, and we want you guys driving free. I mean, really. I know consultants that have had cars for a year before they become a director. Okay? Now, get to director also. And we'll tell you why in a second. But they just really go hand in hand. The qualifications are so similar that it's just a no-brainer. So since while we're doing that, and before I go into maintenance for it, to become a director, okay, in fact, let's just draw a line. I'm making lots of lines for you. So director, instead of 5 to 14, it's 10 to 24.
Okay.
Okay, so you start with 10 and you end up with 24. And it's like, I think it's 4,500 to 18,000.
Right.
Okay. Now that's for your unit. So it's your team members as well.
Okay.
Okay. So production ends up being lower, but team members are higher. And it's still 1 to 4 months. Did you get that? I didn't write it. So 10, you start with 10, you end up with 24 team members. You start with, I think, 4,500. You end with 18,000. Still 1 to 4 months. The only additional requirements for that is you personally must be a STAR consultant, either the quarter prior or the quarter that you're in. Okay. Before you submit for DIQ. Because they don't want directors that aren't personally selling. Okay. So you have to be a STAR consultant. You also are responsible for at least 1,800 of that 18,000. You must put in 1,800 during your qualification time period. And you must have at least 10 of your consultants place a 600 wholesale within a calendar month during your qualification. So whether that's new people, yeah, at least 10, oh, not even during a calendar month, I lied. During your qualification, at least 10 of your consultants must order 600 wholesale during your qualification. So whether that's a new consultant coming in and placing an order of that size or more, or I know that Emily had 1 or 2 that placed 200 or 225, every month for 3 months. And that cumulative is 675, that fulfills that requirement. Does that make sense? Because they want to make sure that you have a strong team. You have people that are actually working and selling. Okay. You also count as one of your 24. Okay. And you do need to submit an agreement to Mary Kay when you decide to become a sales director. If you have 10 active team members at the end of the previous month, then that next day or 2 or 3, like I think it's the 1st through the 3rd of the next calendar month, you can go online and you can submit for directorship or for DIQ, and that will begin your 1 to 3 months. So if you don't want to be a director and you just happen to have 10 active team members, sure. Okay, maybe you just want to earn a car. Okay. Okay, maybe you don't want the leadership position. Okay. I'm going to show you why you want it in just a second. But let me talk about maintenance. So maintenance is 5,000 and 5 personal team members minimum. But Mary Kay is amazing when it comes to maintenance for your car, because the month after you qualify, whatever you do that month, they're going to double it and they're going to put it in a performance account. Okay. So that performance account is a virtual performance account, and it can range from 0 all up to 15,000, which is 3 months production of nobody doing anything, right? So the month after I earned my car, I think we did, let's say we just did 5,000 and we added 1 qualified team member. Okay. Now, once you've earned your car, your qualified team members give you 600 bonus points towards car maintenance as well. Okay. So if you add 3 qualified team members in a month, there's 1,800 towards your car maintenance. Okay. So that's awesome. So we did 5,000 plus added 1 qualified team member. So they doubled that. So that was 10,000 plus they doubled the 600 extra points. So it was like 11,200 was in our performance account. Okay. So anytime I go under that 5,000, they're going to pull from that.
Okay.
Anytime I go over, they're gonna add to it up to 15,000 cap, which is 3 months of nobody doing anything.
So it's
Okay.
similar to an overdraft protection kind of thing.
Except that this is, yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, but it's more that there's actually virtual money there
Right.
covering you.
Right.
You know? I guess, yeah, I'm pulling from a different bank account or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the other thing of it is, what was I saying with that? That's good. So when you cap that out, you're going to be looking at earning the next level cars. You know, we earn our second car within a year. And so, you know, you get kind of the system down and figuring out how to build your production and now keep adding your own personal team members. And the next one I think is $9,500 a month and on average for 6 months through your unit for your director car. Okay. Oh, here's what I was going to say is if you didn't want the car, you could take cash instead, which is $375 a month cash. Okay. Typically though, we don't drive cash. We like to drive cars because it's a trophy on wheels. Carol Anton has actually, way back in the day, I believe that she took cash instead of her first car. And she will tell you that she lost a team member because of it, because they had rallied and worked so hard to help her earn the car. And then she decided to take cash and they were like, where's the car? You know, and they felt a little gypped and she actually lost a team member for that. So if you deplete your performance account and it's at 0, and the next month, let's say you do 2,500, okay, you're going to have a copay of half of that 375. They have a tiered schedule of exactly what it is, but you'll have a copay. And so that will come right out of your commission if you have commissions, okay? And if not, then they'll send you a bill. I think there's been like 2 times in my life, maybe 3, that I've actually gotten a bill from Mary Kay.
Right.
Okay. You know, it was a low month on production or whatever, and maybe I had a chargeback. I had a consultant send back product. And so if you have a consultant that ever sends back product, they will take out of your next paycheck the percentage that you earned. They won't take your bonuses, but they'll take the percentage, the 4, if you're a consultant 4%, you know, or 9 or 13. Okay. So another reason why we want to build strong people, but that will happen to you. I think my worst month was it all in 1 month? Or a quarter or something, I had almost 7,500 or 10,000 or something come back within a certain month, 2 or 3.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But they didn't take my bonuses from that, and they didn't take, you know, like all these other things that we get.
Right.
And then they stagger it because it was so much. They staggered it
Oh,
coming
that's
out over
nice.
months. Yeah. And
Wow.
so, but I love that they're never going to come just pick up your car.
Right. That's
Unless
amazing.
you refuse to pay. Now those couple months, you know, very far spread apart that I had gotten a bill from them, $32 or, you know, whatever it was. I never sent anything in because I knew the next month I was going to blow it out of the water. And so I did, and they just pulled out from my commissions. But yeah, if you have a copay, then just pay your copay. You know, you're driving a freaking free car. They're paying 85% of your insurance, you know, all this other stuff, and it's just phenomenal. So, and that's if you deplete your performance account.
Right.
I
That's pretty
mean,
amazing.
it really is.
Yeah.
And so maintenance for your vehicle is not difficult if you continue to work. And if you're not working, you probably shouldn't be driving a car.
Exactly.
So any questions about car? No? Great. Let's talk about directorship. We'll need calculators for this one too. Bust open those calculators. Oh, no worries. Okay, so I'm gonna just look at 5,000, 10,000, 5. Okay. So I'm gonna look at what the very, very, very basic production of a director is gonna get you as far as a paycheck. Okay. So let's start by flip over to the back of that paper. Let's look at what you would make as a consultant with 5,000 production in your unit. Okay. So right up at the top, 5,000 production, which means you're going on target for your car, right? As long as you have 5 team members. We're gonna go off the team leader production. Yep. Okay. So we are going to say that you have 5 team members and you had 3 personal qualifieds. Well, let's do 2. You have 2 personal qualifieds. I don't like that. Let's do 3. Sorry. My goal every month is to have at least 5 personal qualifieds. So if you're moving up and you're building your team, 3 personal qualifieds in a month is not unrealistic. Yeah. So 3 personal qualifieds in that month. Now, some of your team members added people, but that doesn't count for you yet because you're not a director, okay? So we're doing consultant math for starters. So as a consultant, you did 5,000 production, you had 3 personal qualified team members, you placed your own $1,000 order, let's say, personal order. Okay, so
Is that included in the 5,000?
it's included in the 5,000.
Okay.
So let's say that you had the maximum. You had 5 people on your team ordering minimum 225 or more, and you ordered your own 600 plus, which gives you that 13% commission, right? We make 4% until you have 5 active team members. Once you have 5 active team members, now you make 9%. And if 5 team members place an active order, or that minimum 225, and you place your own star consultant tracking order, that 600 wholesale, in the same calendar month, that's when you get 13%. So if you look up there at the star, no, not star team, team leader, it says 5 to 7 active team members, 9 to 13%. Okay, so we're going to assume that you made 13% on the 4,000. Okay, now, but your own order doesn't count for that. So 4,000 is what your team did. 13% of that is what? $520. Okay, now you added 3 qualified team members personally. So when you do, and starting with your 4th person, so if you have 3 active team members, the 4th person that you add on and above that you add that starts with a qualified order, which is that 600 wholesale or more, you are now getting $50 bonuses. Okay, so you added 3 qualified team members. You already have your 5 people, so we're going to say you get $50 for each of those people. Okay, so that's an extra $150. So $670 is your paycheck. Not bad, right? As a consultant. This is the fun part. Okay.
I'm glad I have to be a director tomorrow.
Seriously. Okay, so that's what you made as a consultant with 5 active team members. You're making your sales money, 3 personal qualifieds, making the maximum 13% you can make as a consultant. Let's look at that same production as a director. Okay, so you're going to say your actual unit wholesale production was 5,000 here. Don't worry about the projected. Okay, your unit wholesale maintaining directorship is just $4,500 a month, but as what? Yeah, either way, it doesn't matter. So as long as you hit that 4,500, you're going to make an extra 13%. Okay, this is not part of that, your personal team members 4, 9, or 13%. This is additional. So if you don't make production, you're under 4,500, you make 9%, but we hit 5,000, which is just the track minimum to run on. So we got 13% on our whole unit. Does your own order count for that? No. Yeah. Yes. Because you are now a part of your unit. Remember, you're one of those 24 people.
Okay,
so when you're a part of your unit, you as a director now make 13% back on all of your own orders. Yo, even your own ones that you like use for yourself. Okay,
Right.
So 5,000 was the monthly production, and that's $650. Boom, we almost knocked out that 670 with one of these categories here.
Right.
Okay, so unit volume bonus. Again, whenever your unit does at least 5,000 wholesale or more, Mary Kay is going to give you $100 per 1,000. Okay, so it goes up $100 for every 1,000. So if we're like, you know, 5,900, you better believe I'm placing a $100 order because I'm getting $100 back when you hit 6,000. Okay, so unit production, again, it was 5,000. So we made $500. So when you hear directors talk about our paycheck, we say 23 to 36% typically. That's where that extra 10% is coming from. Because really it's 13 to 26% because we make 13 on our unit and an additional 13 on our personal team members. That's where the 26 comes in. But we're getting this extra 10%. So really it's 23 to 36%. Okay. So go down to the left here, second row, personal team commission. Sorry, for those of you at home, this says director check calculator. It is in our Pink Boot Camp category or the folder on myqueenbees.com. Under education tab, what you want, there's a Pink Boot Camp category there, and director check calculator is in it. So, sorry, you can follow along with us. Personal team commission. So this is my personal recruits. Remember, they did, now if we had 4 personal qualified, let's say we had 2 unit qualifieds. Okay, but those didn't count for us as a consultant, right? But that's going to be 1,200 of that. And then our 3 personals were at least 1,800 and our own $1,000 order. Sorry, I got to do some math here. That's 4,000. So my personal people did 2,800. And unit did, well, let's just do 1 unit qualified. Sorry. So plus 600, 3,400. Okay. So my personal team, my personal recruits, not recruits of them, but my personal unit, they did 3,400. Okay. That's where I don't get to count my own 1,000, and I don't get to count the team member of a team member. Okay. So I have at least 5 active team members. I place my own 600, so I make 13% of 3,400, which is 442 extra. Okay. Personal team building bonus. Remember that $50 we used to make per person new qualified that we added from our 4th on up? Okay. As a director, it doubles. Now you make $100 per person. We personally added 3 qualified team members, so that is $300. Okay. Come on over here to the unit development bonus. Now this is for the unit. The personal is separate. The unit is how many qualified team members did we have within the entire unit. Again, you are part of your unit, so your personals add to this. So you added 3, and one of your team members added 1, so you had 4. Okay, so just go under the 4 here. We had 4 people. Okay, you have to have minimum 4 unit to get this bonus. Okay, so that's the minimum that you're gonna have in the unit every month because you want that extra money. So when you have at least 4, you get $400. Okay. If you have 5, you get 500. 6, you get 600, all the way up to 1,000. Okay. My unit had 9 qualified team members last month, and 7 of them were mine. So I told you that $7,200 paycheck, like 1,600 of it was just those 2 bonuses alone. Okay. So $400 there. Other things, red bonus. So every 3 months, and this correlates with what we're doing with this class. We have this class every calendar quarter. Okay. So for every calendar quarter, which is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December is the one we're in right now. Our directors get bonuses based on how many red jackets they have. As long as they have 3 or more, they're going to get 150, and then for each one additional, they're going to get $50. Just bonus, just throw it out there. Okay. So as a red jacket bonus, let's say every quarter you have at least 3, you're going to get $150 for every 3 months. So just put in parentheses there, $50 would be the average per month if you split that up. So I just did I did $150 for 3 months, parentheses, $50 if I'm breaking that down into averages of what I would make per month. Car cash. Now, by the time you're director, you will have earned a car. Okay. So for the cruise, which is just $375 a month cash, or the Equinox, which is $500, or the Cadillac $900, we're going to break that down into what that would be if you just took the cash. Okay. So we'll just say we're at the basic level car, $375 a month. is what you could do if you took the cash. Now, I guarantee you that's what it's saving you if you take the car, between insurance, a car payment, registration, licensing fees, new delivery of a car. Did you know, like, when you go to buy a new car, I heard this a couple times in a week, like 6 months ago, and just stuck with me. 2 different people were saying, I went in to go get this car, and it was like $24,000, and when I walked out, it was $35,000. $11,000 worth of taxes and fees. Holy heck. You don't have to pay that. Okay?
Not mention, I know we pay maintenance, but having a brand new car, there's not much maintenance. So
Yeah.
we're not having to worry about it really at all.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a car that I drive down the road and click, click, there's $1,000. I have to fix my car. You know, now if something happens, like even if it's something that is my fault or nature, or somebody tried to break in my window, or I hit, you know, I got my Cadillac last time. Within a month, I had a crack down my windshield because I drive so much, and a rock flew off something, and it was $100 to get my windshield replaced. It's $1,000 windshield, you know, and $100 deductible, which with any insurance you would have, you know, and they got it fixed. Perfect. So, so $375 a month for that, and you get to sell your old car if you have one. That's nice too. Wellness bonus. You guys, this one's really cool. It's a really exciting thing. To every January in your January commission check, when you've been, it's hard when you debut in the middle of the year, right? But to get this paycheck. Now, if you just maintain that average $5,000 a month for 12 months, you're going to get an $800 bonus stipend every January. Okay. Now they call this the wellness bonus because as directors, we're self-employed, but they like to give us a stipend to help us with like health insurance or something. Okay. We will pay less for health insurance because we're self-employed.
Really?
Oh yeah, because it looks like you make less. Okay. Because you have all your write-offs. So $800 divided by 12 is what, 75? 66? So $66 per month on average if you're getting just that basic level one. Okay. Now, offspring sales directors. I can finally add this one in. So when you have an offspring sales director, you still make money off of that unit. So I have an offspring sales director here for whatever you guys and Marissa and your unit does in the month. Mary Kay sends me money for that as well. So I think last month it was like $400 or $387. Now she's still a personal team member of mine. So that included 13% of her own order. I still get that because she's a personal team member.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that cool? It doesn't count for anything else, but that went into this one, I believe, my personal team commission. Yeah, or it just went all into this. So it was like $387 on top of it. So as long as she's doing, you know, she's meeting production, and I have 1 to 3 offspring team members, there's 4%. I'm not going to include that in here just yet. Because we're talking like brand new out the gate what you should be getting as a sales director, like brand new. Okay, so we're gonna say that you can absolutely debut with a sales director, but we're just gonna cross that one off for now. Oh yeah, there's lots actually. That'll actually push you through when you have somebody that's on your team and you're in DIQ and they're building their team right behind you. That helps you get through really fast, and then all of a sudden you debut and then they debut, and it's great. Okay, so who's gonna do the math on all of this? Emily. So $650 for our unit wholesale, plus $500 for volume bonus, plus $442 for personal team commission, plus $300 for personal team building bonus. With me? Plus $400 for unit development bonus, plus $50 for our red jacket bonus, plus $375 when we took the cash instead of the car, plus $66 for our wellness bonus. $27.83. Okay? Guess what? That is the same amount of work that you did as a consultant, and you made $670. We'll do that math. $27.83 divided by 670. What is it? You have a big dot on your thing. It needs to move out of your way. 2783 divided by 670. 4.15 times. That's a 415% raise for the same amount of work.
She did this with me in January when I went on Target for my car, and she said, "Let me show you what you would have made if you were a sales
So
director."
mad. Don't show me that.
Okay, 5 months later, I did you as a sales director because I wanted that paycheck.
Absolutely. Okay, and her paycheck was higher than that this last month. Okay, so what, 3,600, right? Okay, so her,
Actually, my paycheck hasn't been that low because my lowest check was 28.
there you go. Okay,
It's only $20.
and that's
That's
not counting
good.
the car. So she's
Right.
her paycheck. We're not counting the car, counting the red bonus. We're not counting the wellness bonus yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow,
Well, I drive the
that's
car.
amazing.
right, exactly. So do you guys see why we move up and become sales directors? Not only that, but the bigger and higher up you move, the more influence you have over other people. Okay, the more fun it is when you walk into a room that everybody's like, and they want to talk to you, and they want to ask you questions, and they want
And
to.
sales too, like that's still a huge part of
Oh, yeah.
it. Because my first month that I got my real first director's check, I did $1,500 in profit from my sales that month too. So that was $2,800 plus my $1,500 in profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just this; that's just
Right.
a piece of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so that adds up, and gosh,
And it just goes up from there. So like I had said, $7,200 last month for my paycheck. And I'm driving a Cadillac, which I could take $900 a month instead for,
Right.
you know, and my sales on top of that. Right. So that's big growing income right
Yeah.
there.
I had a question too.
Yeah.
Do you ever have people who are like, oh my gosh, you have a pink Cadillac, do you sell Mary Kay? Do you ever have people
Yeah.
come up to you and say that?
Right.
Because I was thinking about that. It's like advertising too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Occasionally, and I go, no, I just tried the future.
What about your like $600 on go sale?
Which one?
When you sold the roll-up bags?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It wasn't 600. It was like 400 or 370 or
It
whatever.
was just $300 on go. You know.
Well, and to be fair, it was people that I had facialed before, because I facial a lot of people and I had facialed them previously, and they hadn't been able to buy anything at that point in time. But I went to Party City, ran in, ran out, and as I was coming out, there's these two cars that have pulled in next to mine, and one of them's getting out. She goes, "You're the Mary Kay lady," and I'm like, "Yes, I am." And she goes, "I need stuff. Hold on." I'm like, "Great." So she comes out and she goes, "Do you guys still have that deal on the roll bag?" And I'm like, I've never had a like on the go appointment. It's like, yeah, I need that roll up bag, you know? And I was like, yeah, $360 for $299. Yeah, I'll hook you up. And she's like, yeah, I want that. I'm like, great, get out my phone. Let me get your number, your name. And then her friend is in the car next to her and she goes, hold on, I need stuff too. She comes out, that market information, how much was that? I'm like, $50. And she's like, yeah, I want that. I'm like, great, where are you at? I'll bring it to you tomorrow, you know? I think I was headed home at that point, or I would have gone out that day. And so, which, don't let me forget, I need to come back to that on you about what you do if they don't have money right there at that time, but they want something. So remind me of that in a second. So I was like, great, I got their names, their phone numbers, their addresses, and I got the formula. Like, don't do that and then be like, okay, great, I'll get you that roll-up bag. I wanted to customize it for her right then and there. Like, was your skin normal, dry, combination, or oily? First and last name, I'll go back, I'll check your card. And I had to ask them because I didn't know who they were. I was like, now have you come in and facial with me? And they're like, oh yeah, we're doing like 6 months ago. I was like, great. And so, you know, I looked at their skin, figured out what shade foundation they would be. Do you want peach satin hand or fragrance free? I got asked those questions to them, got their address, and I said, great, I'll be there tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I'll bring it by. And she's like, okay, great, we'll have cash for you. And I was a little bit not sure if that would hold up. That was just something that was said. But I texted and I got it and I took it to a trailer park. And I delivered and they had their almost $400 cash right there. You know, you never know. Everybody's buying something from somewhere, right? The people wash their face. Our stuff is fantastic. It lasts longer than other things, you know, and if when they were able to, they had the financial capability, they wanted it. So definitely advertising for sure. So what I was talking about, if somebody wants a product or they want anything and they don't have their card on them, oh my gosh, it didn't bring them in. I didn't know this was coming to, whatever. I will follow them back to their house if they want. I will. I have done that more than one time. And I say, this is what I say, because if I wait till the next day, you never know.
Right.
And I say, you know what? No worries. Like, I'm actually headed out after this anyways. Do you want me to just follow you and I'll swing by and I'll grab it from you? Grab the cash. Now, if it's a card, I said, do you have anybody at home that would like be able to call you and give it to you over the phone? I just need the numbers. So I've gotten that. And I have followed people back to their houses and they run in and they go grab it and I have my products right there and I hand it to them when they give me their numbers, right? Or I had one just recently that, you know, you have to kind of be careful because you don't know if they're just putting you off,
Right.
or if they genuinely want it and they don't have this stuff. So that's how I know is when I'm willing to go out and do this and they say, well, no, let me think about it, you know. And so I had a girl who, you know, pretty decent acne, really wanted that acne set and the foundation, and it's like almost $100 sale, you know. And so she said, well, I didn't bring my wallet. I didn't know this was coming to. And I was like, well, you're at Simpson, right? And she's like, yeah. I was like, I drive by there like twice a day. I could totally bring it by to you tomorrow. It was late then, or they had to go really somewhere right then. So I'll just bring it by to you tomorrow and I can get your number then. Is that good? Is that what you want? And she's like, yeah, is that okay? I'm like, yeah, that's totally fine. You know, and she did it. And then there was another girl that said the same thing, similar. And I was like, well, I can just bring it by to you. I'm making this delivery as well. And she's like, well, I'm not sure what I have in this bill. And I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, you have to be like, do you want me to do that? Like, are you wanting it now? And it's just a matter of the money, because I can do this for you. But if you're not sure, like, I don't have to, but I'm just saying this is an option if you really genuinely want it. And she genuinely wanted it, and I delivered it in a gift bag, you know, all cute. And then I actually got an order from this is when I did the volleyball team at Simpson College, from a different one of the girls, because I had sent them home with samples of eyeliner and some different things just for coming. And so I got an order for an eyeliner and a foundation. Now, grain of salt with the foundation, I do not split up cleanser, moisturizer, foundation at the party. But if somebody has the wherewithal to get on my website and order it, I will deliver it to them. No questions asked. I might say, now, did you want that cleanser moisturizer with it? But if they don't, I'm not going to say to somebody who goes on my website and orders it like a normal person would on any website, whatever they wanted, that you have to have the cleanser moisturizer with it. So there's different ways around that.
Unless they say, I'm going to use my gift card and go on your website and just buy that foundation.
Oh, no, they don't know.
Yeah. Then you're like, no, you have to do it in person by the others.
Yeah, no, I don't generally do a website on or a gift card on my website like that. No. But, you know, other ways that people will say cleanser, moisturizer, foundation. Well, I know I'm not going to use it, or whatever. I'm not sure if it's going to work. Okay, do me this favor. I'll tell them. So it is my responsibility to make sure that these leave my presence together. Okay, if you try them for a week and you don't use them, or you hate them, or whatever, bring those back. I'm not going to force you to bring back the foundation.
That I wasn't able to express that to them, and I got orders for like just the foaming cleanser and orders for just the foundation from the ladies. Sorry,
it's okay. I was a teacher. I get on her all the time.
Can you tell it was my anxiety? I'm like,
you're totally right. I'm like, yeah, so that is why during the party,
right,
when we're going over, these are the 5 steps that are made to work together. And I always say, so whether you use Mary Kay or a different product line, those 5 steps need to go together. If they have different active ingredients, they don't work well together. Grab something here, something there, you just kind of throw it on your face, like have a boyfriend on your face. Okay, so I do that, and then when I'm closing, I pull out that roll-up bag, right? I pull out my cleanser, moisturizer, foundation for the Time-Wise Repair set. I will split that up. If they want the cleanser night and day in a foundation, I'll do that. It's not cost effective, but I'll do it, okay? And so I put those together and I say, so these are those 5 steps that we talked about. They don't split up for first-time buyers. It's a system, it's a recipe. And then in the individual clothes, when they go, and I like the foundation, I'll be like, great, and I write it down and write down whatever else they love. And then when I'm adding up prices, they say, now remember that foundation comes with the cleanser and the moisturizer, so that's $66, and I go through. So very rarely do I give in to somebody who's just extremely determined to get the foundation by itself. But if they are, if they're really, really determined and I like them and they have a legitimate reason, like they're using something from the dermatologist and they have to use this, and but then they come back and they have to trade it for different colors because it doesn't work right without our skincare.
And very rarely when I say you have to get the cleanser and moisturizer, do they be like, okay, no, I'm not going to get that. Like, I'd rather turn down the $12, $11 profit. I would get it just selling the foundation for not the chance of getting the whole 66 too. Because I had little 17-year-old girls that I was like, I'm not going to get a sale because they could probably only afford the foundation and be like, oh yeah, I'll just get the whole set.
I was thrown off too because it was the Time-Wise Repair, and there's it's a different like cost and everything than the Miracle. So now one of the ladies is going to be coming in today, and because she wanted to look at lipstick and other things. She's the one with the Canadian card, so she actually can charge. So maybe we can.
I'll talk to her.
Yeah, because she really wants to start taking care of her skin. She's the one who hasn't been wearing makeup for years.
And if money's an issue when they're on the Time-Wise Repair, depending on what products they like out of it, the cleanser's not going to do much for them on their own. So they, okay, well, how about you just go to the Miracle Set and you can get more for your money.
Right, and that's actually what I was thinking on my way here.
5 steps.
Right.
Because I'd rather almost switch them to the Miracle Set if they just can't. They're like, I can afford maybe the day solution and the cleanser. Why don't we just switch to the Miracle?
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking, and especially for her because really of the ladies, she has the youngest skin and stuff. But I was thinking, it's better to do that and have the 3 steps and what have you. And all the ladies, just so you guys know, every single person that I've said try the mascara, every person loves the mascara, the ultimate. I mean, just everybody's bought it from me. Even those who, like my sister just bought the mascara, then my niece tried it and she loved it, and everybody's just one of the ladies last night. I'm like, whatever you do, you can't leave here without just trying the mascara, because I promise you, if nothing else, you're not sold on anything else, you'll be sold on the mascara. And they all love it.
That passion of you going like, I love this product. Yeah. If you put that to any product, the way you do the mascara, they're gonna love it.
Yeah, and I kind of did with everything, but because I told them I'm so in love with everything, and they were too. I think so.
But that's why I bought 20 of the True Original men's hair and body shampoo.
Yeah.
Maybe 30, I don't remember. But I bought so many of them because I love them so much that I know I'm going to sell them like crazy because I'm in love with them.
Well, interesting.
I mean, who doesn't want Channing Tatum in the shower? Come on. What? It's for men. It's a hair and body shampoo. Oh, yeah. Have you smelled it?
It's not the cologne that you guys showed.
No. Hold on.
Is it better?
Well, but it's all over. It's not just a spray.
It's all over you.
Wait, is Channing Tatum involved in
I know, that's what I'm saying.
No,
We're just Channing Tatum.
Oh, okay.
So this, we name all our clone celebrities, and this we call the Hot Man in a Bottle, or Hot Man with Abs. And so that obviously was Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
And then this.
Oh my god.
Right? Like, I'm going to use this as my own shower gel. Yeah.
So like,
it smells so good.
Okay, so those holiday products are out right now.
Commercial.
Right?
Like, no, but you know what I mean? Like, how they're like, I said ab.
I know. So did I. I'm like, we did, but. Smell.
All the ladies there also, they're talking about getting their husbands, like my daddy and all of them to do.
These are people that invite to the holiday open house that will buy presents for people.
Okay.
Those are people you keep on your list.
No. Okay, so we only have about 10 minutes left. So let's do a little, so who wants to be sales director? Holy heck. Okay, so let's do a little Super Saturday maintenance. So Super Saturday, this Saturday, who has people coming at 10, 1, 4, or 7? Which ones? 7.
I'm not sure what time, but
okay.
Yeah, we've got at least 2 people.
Okay, I cannot tell you how much more fun it is when we have more people.
Right.
Okay, so first month we only had about like 15 that were over 18. Last month we had about 28. 28th? 28. This month we need 50. Okay? This is Pink Super Saturday.
Right.
If you do not have people enrolled yet, you need at least 2 to 3 hostesses at every single time slot that you personally will be at. Okay? You need to bring pink food. We will have pink prizes, and we will be giving any survivors or fighters a free pink glamour item. Okay? Yes.
Does it matter what kind of?
Yes, that's the
No.
same thing.
I am
Well,
not going to be
get my-
picky about
That would
that.
get my sister here for sure.
Absolutely. Yes.
No cancer is better than another one, so
That's
let's
right.
celebrate all of them.
Yeah.
I know it's
And
breast
tell them
cancer
to
month, but
bring
they're all just important.
friends.
Yeah.
So what a great way to enroll people in coming. And then we are asking you as consultants, and we will be doing this as well, to donate back 25% of your profit, not your sales, okay, of your profit. So you go in and you look at if you gave hostess credit or a gift certificate or whatever you do, what was your official profit, 25% of that will get donated to the MaryKay.org, Mary Kay Foundation, which is at marykayfoundation.org. So we can send that in as a unit to them, or you can send it in privately. I will not force you to do that. 100% will not force you, but that is what we are promoting to people.
Yeah, it's a great incentive for people.
It's a great incentive, and it's just something that we should be passionate about and be giving back for that. So
And to open this up just slightly more too, it's also National Domestic Abuse
Yep.
Month, and the MaryKay.org, those are their 2 things they support. is,
Yeah.
Domestic abuse and cancer.
well, the eradication
Right.
of domestic abuse and cancer.
Karen, why are you guys looking at me?
We support, yeah.
We support cancer, domestic abuse, taking women down any way we can.
Terrible. That's starting with your face. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are being recorded. Stop it.
But what I'm saying is maybe they're not passionate about cancer fighting, but you can mention that to them. That is also going to go towards that.
Yeah, and we will be sharing more about that when they're doing. I think we'll have like a little pink blush and a little bit pink lipstick, at the end for people to do kind of an extra thing. But we'll be able to share more about that during that time too. Why Mary Kay is so passionate about those 2 things and how much money they give back to those things, and they give like 300 different shelters in the U.S., like $20,000 each every single year. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So much money. And then, how much that they send to cancer grants and different things. And they actually really go for the radical new thinkers in cancer research. That's what they support, not, the guy that's been doing cancer research for 50 years and is picking on the same old thing. They're going for the radical approaches and really trying to fund some new amazing things. So we'll be able to tell more about that on Saturday. But we need to figure out who's bringing what food-wise. I have not figured out yet how much it is to rent a pink chocolate fountain. But I think that would be really fun if what?
No chocolate milk.
Stop it.
I don't eat chocolate fountains.
But how fun is that? Like I think that'd be really fun.
Do a cotton candy.
Pink cotton candy, absolutely. But if we have the chocolate fountain, then it's real easy for people to have. We have chopped up fruit, and we can have marshmallows and pink marshmallows and anything else with the pink chocolate, and then they can kind of customize, and that's kind of a fun little treat there too. So I wanted to get signups for pink things. And if we have the pink chocolate, it does not have to be like pink fruit, Besties. So thank you. So what do you have so far?
We have pink lemonade, pink cupcakes, plates and cups.
Pink plates and cups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon.
Okay.
Is that this Saturday?
That is this Saturday, 10/1/47. So we like to have some sort of breakfasty, type of
The
food.
7 might be available for you, because you work in the morning.
Yeah.
I was thinking of trying to do pink pancakes. So I will try to do that.
Make pancakes and ham.
Pancakes and spam. That would be funny. Pancakes. Wow. They probably turn out orange though,
Oh, maybe.
right? Anyways, but ham's a great one.
Yeah, red.
Yeah.
So ham or even bacon, because that's kind of pink. Ham's probably better.
Pigs are pink. And
I like bacon.
Argue with here. Have bacon.
I know, right? Let's do bacon because we can get the microwavable bacon, and that's really good. Did you say you?
No, I said food.
Okay, good. I'm like, because I don't care if it's microwavable. It's good. Why are you drawing a clown? Trying to scare people?
We've been watching American Horror Story.
Yeah, I did.
All of them looking at it.
Okay, so does anybody want to bring bacon or what? You tell me. What do you want to bring? You have to work all day,
Like 10:30 to 7.
so you can bring somebody to the 7 one maybe.
You can try.
Yeah. Okay, let us know.
Try me? No. Do or don't.
I don't know what I'm doing that day. They put me in produce, and so
Well, but even if you have people showing up, we can get them started and you can come right after. So let's do that. So what do you want to bring at 7 at night? Or you could bring it tomorrow and you can just have it. That would be better. Can't come till 7. I have pink lemonade cookies.
I'll bring ham. I'll bring
Ham?
Ham, so be for breakfast
is
and
there different
lunch.
themes for different times?
It's all just the pink. So, but obviously it would be nice to have some, you know, breakfasty, lunchy, dinnery type stuff for those times.
Salmon, no.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not
Yeah.
salmon jerky or smoked salmon. Oh, I have that at Grocery Outlet. It's really good. Okay, so what time are you able to come? 7, you said too?
I'm thinking I'll be able to do 1 4 and 7.
Great. Okay,
Gotta call some people.
perfect. So what do you think you would like to bring?
Oh, I guess maybe pink deviled eggs. would
Perfect.
work,
Okay,
But I'm not. I might bring something else.
but you'll bring something hearty?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that the treats, we're gonna have plenty of treats, hopefully. Those of you at home, bring lots of food. It's always better to have more than not enough. You know what I did earlier? The Pinterest did it.
I'm just
That's
gonna say
exactly what I'm doing.
Pinterest.
Let's Pinterest it.
Interesting white chocolate.
This
top
was
one.
why I actually cooked
That's a
something.
good idea too.
You bring a food thing too?
Pink donuts.
Pink donuts, there you go.
Turkish
I think I actually had a, I already made a board for it. Let me find it. Where's my pink board?
Pink can make margarita.
So you guys want like 50 people showing up. So you can bring a lot of people if you can.
Yes, yes, please bring as many people as you possibly can. But let us know.
Mm-hmm.
It's really helpful for us to know, and then come early to help set up and bring your products. Pink popcorn. So, and muffins with like raspberry in them. There's pink.
Cupcake shots.
Marshmallow cream dip.
Yeah, I saw that one. Or pink pudding. Somebody can make a pink smoothie. Oh, pink pinwheels with like the ham and whatever in them. Pretzels, chocolate covered pretzels, watermelon. So I will work hard on doing the chocolate thing because I feel like that would fix a lot of, or that would be a good centerpiece to everything. Yeah, that's what I saw exactly. Somebody could freeze strawberries and ice cubes. Ooh, pink Rice Krispie treats with a pink marshmallow cream. Somebody can bring water with strawberries. Here's the pink pancakes. Pink party punch. Pink chocolate chip cookies. Oh, here's a cool one, beet dip. It's like hummus with beet, I don't know what is it? But even if you just put the beet juice in there and mix it up with hummus, it would be really pink, and do like pita chips or something.
Like a pickled beet juice or just like.
I'm not that much of a cook to know the difference, but something to make the hummus.
If you just
Pink.
take a
food
beet
coloring.
and, yeah, I mean, you can just let slice it and a little bit of it drip in there and it turns.
But no, I was thinking like the canned. Yeah, is that pickle?
Can.
Okay, so just put a little bit of the beet juice in it would probably color it. I don't know. I don't even know what beets look like by themselves.
Okay, cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It's got pink in it.
Neapolitan cheesecake brownies. The circus, animal circus cookies.
Strawberry ice cream for dessert.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Pink noodles.
That's what I'm doing.
Are you doing pink noodles?
I'll do pink noodles.
Yay, write it down for pink noodles.
7 now. I'm gonna make a dinner with pink noodles.
So, grapes, strawberries. And I think if we have, if somebody can cut up fruit and we have Oreos and pretzels and marshmallows, different things to dip in the chocolate fountain would be really fun. So I will rent the chocolate fountain and I'll get the chocolate. So that'll be my big thing.
Ooh, the circus animals.
Where were you 5 minutes ago? Did you write me down? I'll rent the chocolate thing.
Wafers.
White chocolate popcorn with the pink thing on it. So, we all got that. We'll bring lots of pink food. If you can get it to us tomorrow, if it's not something that has to be refrigerated and you're not coming early in the morning, then that'd be really, really helpful because us trying to set up Saturday morning, I literally go home on Fridays and then I come back up Saturday morning. And then I'm trying, in a fury, oftentimes alone, trying to make sure that this place is ready. And I need you guys here early and helping me set up would be fantastic. And if the food is here early, then other people can help if they get here too. So, any other questions? Any comments? Okay, make sure that you're tracking these things for this month. Make sure that you are getting your prizes. You're doing those pearls of sharing, doing your sharing appointments, doing your parties, getting your faces. You guys have to have at least. Oh, that was the other thing. I'll write down. So if you see that pink boot camp one, I'll write down faces once we get everybody on here, and you'll be tracking your faces and your sharing appointments on this sheet as well. Okay, so we'll get that on there also. So make sure that you're keeping track. The way that we verify that is through your weekly accomplishment sheet. Yeah, your weekly accomplishment sheet. Yep, when you're doing that online. So that's something you can do right away for the previous week. Go ahead and submit those. So, all right, we're done for now. Who has people coming at 1 o'clock for skincare class? Anybody at 1 or 2 for sharing appointments? Wow, let's get that next week. And then this Monday night, for our meeting, we're going to be doing new product launch. Okay, we're going to be opening the sweet shop. Because that's what those products are called. Like they're calling it the sweet shop. So we're gonna decorate in pink and green and purple. So if you guys are able to come early at all on Monday, or no, I probably won't be here tomorrow, but if you're able to come early at all on Monday, you can help us kind of transform this place and bring anything that you have that's like wrappy, like pretty dishes and cellophane and tinsel or Christmassy stuff that we can make this place turn into what would be great for an open house area, and have lots of gifty things kind of set up. And then we'll make a checkout sheet so people can literally walk around and go with their checkout sheet to different products and see what they are, how much they are, write down how many of them they want, and then you can walk them through. They can get some refreshments and they can check out. And they could give you their money, and then you go place the order and you gift wrap for them and deliver them at the end. So great ideas for open houses. We'll probably do that the following week officially. But this next week, or maybe if we can have it done by this Monday.
Yeah, but we gotta get all of our guests invited.
I know. It'll be one of those things. It'll be we'll have a couple like official open houses, but it'll be one of those things that stays set up. So you can invite people on your own time frame and have them come over to go through the open house and bring a plate of cookies, So, awesome. All right, so we are all done. Say goodbye. Thank you. Hope you had fun. We should have a password. If you watch this, text your director. Google. The word Google And then we know that you got this far.
But ain't no party like a pizza party, 'cause a pizza party don't stop until we're at pizza. Now I'm depressed.
Okay, you have to say that.
Okay, we have a new password. What is it?
There ain't no party like a pizza party. Because pizza party don't stop until pizza's gone. And then we're depressed.
Just pizza party. How's that? Or Google. Hi.